How's it going, guys? I'm Chase Lee reporting for WeLiveEntertainment.com on the We Live Film section, and I'm reviewing a bunch of movies from South by Southwest, and I got another one to review for you guys, and that would be Don't Breathe. So you're probably wondering, like, what is this movie? And this was the untitled Fede Alvarez Ghost House thriller. That's what it was labeled as. And when we got there, Fede Alvarez came on stage and he introduced it. He was like, the film's called Don't Breathe. And you guys are the first people to see it. So here we go. So let's get real and break this down. Now, Fede Alvarez is the director of Evil Dead, which I think is actually a better version of Evil Dead than the original Evil Dead, even though I think Evil Dead 2 is the best one out of everything they've done so far. That's besides the point. But he's a really great director. I love Evil Dead. It was so rich and beautiful with the colors in contrast with the graphic hardcore violence. So I thought that was kind of cool. And it was a really cool claustrophobic type of film inside of the cabin, just like the first one was, and I love that film. So I was really excited to see his next movie. This is it, Don't Breathe, and it's not based off of any property like Evil Dead, so it's his own original work, and we get to finally see him go outside of Evil Dead. So how did he do? He did pretty damn good. The writing is, the story is not like super, inventive, but it kind of is. It's really weird. These group of kids go inside of the house and try to steal something from a blind guy. Yeah, so there's a lot of moral questions in regarding like who's actually like worse here, because the blind guy, he's ex-military, so he knows how to fight and stuff. So I'm trying to like dance around this because I don't want to spoil this for you guys. It's a really good thriller. You should go in there blind like I did. But that's the essential plot. So a group of kids go inside of a blind man's home and try to steal something. There you go. So as far as the story goes, it's not really like an extravagant story. It takes place all inside the house. But I will say, to Fede Alvarez's directing, he keeps you interested. He keeps you on your edge of your seat the entire time. The tension is there. He knows how to use every aspect of that house, and including the basement, the cellar, the roof, or whatever. He uses every nook and cranny of that house to create this like really submersive atmosphere. I felt like I was there inside the house, going along with these people, or going along with the blind guy when it was his scenes and stuff. I really liked how Fede Alvarez submerged you into the movie. He kind of did that with the Evil Dead movie as well. I felt like I was there in the cabin, and it's all about the mood and the atmosphere. It was just so drenched with that tension and stuff and the suspense that Fede Alvarez nailed it with this movie. I love the way this movie is it's so white-knuckling and gripping. He does a really great job with a very simplistic story of being stuck inside this house for the majority of the movie. As far as the dialogue goes, it's not like, the best in the world, but that's not what you're there for. You're there for a suspenseful journey, and that's what you get, and that's what Fede Alvarez delivers. Acting-wise, Jane Levy is in it. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's a really good actress. She played the main character in Evil Dead. I really loved her in that, and I love her in this one. Stephen Lang plays the blind guy. He is so deliciously creepy in this movie, because you don't know whether you should feel sorry for him, or if like you go, dude, that was a step too far of what you just did there. So he's really good as the blind guy, and then the other two they're fine. They're serviceable, but they're not like the standouts like a Jane Levy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but she's really great. Like I said, Evil Dead. Now this one, it's like I want to see just more of her. And Steve Lang is he's just a classic actor. Cinematography-wise, like I said, Alvarez uses every aspect of this home. So like going down the hallways with your smooth steady cam, and like peeking around the corner with the camera. Like I said, like you feel like you're there. And so not only is the camera movement and the camera shots are really well done and super creepy, but the way they're lit and the way Fede uses color in his movies. That's what I'm saying about the Evil Dead movie. It's so rich in color when it's contrast to the graphic violence and the blood. It's amazing to watch. It's like a disturbing painting. And this is the same way. The colors and the way it's lit and the greens and just the street light, the street lamppost light or whatever. It all meshes well. It's like just a cavalcade of colors inside this like disturbing situation. It's just beautiful to watch. And there's a sequence in the basement. That's all I'm gonna say. That was shot in a way where I don't think I've ever seen that in like a theatrical released movie that I know of. Like, it was kind of like Night Vision, but it wasn't. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil it for you, but the way it was filmed and shot and the choices that Alvarez made to shoot it that way was genius because it adds more to the suspension and just the gripping nature of the film. Editing-wise, it was about an hour and a half. I saw it at midnight, and I kind of dozed off, like, for about 30 seconds. That's only because I was tired. It's not for the film's length. I don't think there's any slow points at all because, like, within 10 minutes, they start going in that house, and, like, that's your movie. So I think for the most part, it is a well-paced, tension-filled movie to where you just want to know what the hell is going to happen and how this movie is going to end. So I think for the most part, it's a very well-paced thriller. And that's the thing. This is not a horror film. It is a thriller. It is way different than Evil Dead, and I think what he did differently in this one stands out, and it does stand on its own as its own separate thing, and he can definitely step away from the Evil Dead franchise and have his own movie have its unique voice. I really like Don't Breathe a lot. It's a really nice, gripping thriller. I'm going to give it a B+. I think I gave Evil Dead the same grade. So yeah, I would highly suggest you check this out. The only thing about this movie is I don't know when Sony is going to release a poster, a trailer. I don't know if they're going to release it this year. So hopefully this positive review will get the ball rolling because this is a really great movie. I think this would be, if you plop this right in like fall season, like Halloween or like September or something like that, I think it would boast really well for this film, and I hope it does really well. Fede Alvarez, thank you, sir. Evil Dead, now this one, you are one of my favorite horror thriller directors now. So so are you looking forward to Don't Breathe? Did you even hear about this? Did you know Fede Alvarez was making a follow-up movie after Evil Dead? All that stuff. Are you looking forward to it after me describing it to you? Comment in the place where I'll put my face and let me know. And that will do it. I'm Chase Lee, reporting for WeLiveEntertainment.com in the We Live Film section, and I'm covering all the South by Southwest, not all of them, but the majority of them, and I will continue to review them on this channel and the We Live Film YouTube channel. So tune in next time for whatever I review next. See you guys later.